Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's morning still, right? I'm starting to feel hungry. Yeah, we've done a lot. Got new tires put on our drives yesterday. We slept right here on location overnight. In the morning they unloaded us right away. And we're back again. We ran to Creston. And then this is our second load here. Let's make sure the call come registered. We're here for half an hour. I hate going and then it says we only took 28 minutes or whatever, right? So, or 29 minutes. I've had that a couple of times, so let's just double check before I get moving. Yeah, unloaded and then waited. Might as well take our half hour here. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. They're not busy today, so some days these trucks are rolling through here. I love their office. I went into their train car office over there, the caboose. It's their lunchroom. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. Yeah, the train was here swapping rail cars when we pulled up. Okay, now we're gonna head empty over Kootenay Pass to Klesnikoff, load there, and head to West Kelowna. Okay, this is always a tricky rail to cross. So we are in Eastport, Idaho. Why am I closing my window? I'm going to leave it open. But there was a long line up here, so we'll see. I gotta watch my mirrors here. Make sure I don't see any train coming. It's all clear. And then we slowly edge on. It's clear that way as well. Trains move very slowly here, so they have to stop and go through customs here as well. Well, all this is customs over here, so we literally cross the border, drop off our lumber, and then head back. Oh boy. Oh boy. I see a line. So what's the best place for me to park to go get across over here? So I don't block US customs. This guy literally parked there? Yeah, in the lane? they'll only have one lane open, but we should be using both lanes here. Yeah, joys of this. I should just pull forward and then... Yeah, but if I pulled all the way forward... That one truck there is making all sorts of trouble. I don't know why you would stop there. Makes no sense. I'm gonna let the guy by that that we cut in front of type of thing. I'll hit record again once we're across the border here. Looks like we'll be sitting here for a bit. All right. Across the border. It's about a 15-minute wait. Cool breeze feels so good. The sun definitely, it feels very hot in the sun. It's only 25 degrees Celsius, so it's been hotter, but... All right. So I got a question. I'm gonna have to call my dispatch and maybe our mechanic. I don't know if he'll answer or not. He's really busy. Guy in charge of all our maintenance. I got those 8 new tires and they inflated all 8 tires to 80 psi. What psi do you guys run your tires at? My trailers are all sitting at 100 psi. And I thought my drives had always been 102 and they inflated all 8 of them at 80 psi. I think I'll call them and see what if they actually want them at 80 or if we should top them up to 100. I think I'll do that when we go through Creston, give them a quick phone call and see what the word is. The scale's been open the last 2 times we went through this scale today morning, so this will be the 3rd time. The time before that was yesterday evening. It was closed yesterday evening, so it'll be open now. I'd be fairly shocked if it was not open. I don't know if shocked is the right word, but definitely surprised if the scale's not open. It is beautiful. I am getting hungry. Not hangry yet, but hungry. I get hangry. She says, I don't get angry or hangry, I get irritated. Isn't that the same thing? It's the same thing. It is. You're moody. Oh, it's just moody. Okay, not angry, just moody.
See, I'm proving it right. See what other buttons I can push. At least that's right, you don't get angry.
No, I'm not angry. Don't get angry. I'm not an angry person, but you're moody. Irritated. Grumpy. Miserable.
Miserable? Okay.
I'll still call it hangry.
Sure. I get angry.
So we got to run Kootenay Pass empty. That would be fun. Should make really good time. So we've spent an hour of breaks already, which means I have one more hour of breaks I can take today. So likely, I think we'll pull into the Klesson Coffee Yard and take the hour there, unless we're first in line. Need a tire retorque as well for those 8 tires. Yeah, we'll see what happens. See what happens. Okay, 4 kilometers away from the scale. Guess there's a huge storm moving into Vancouver, so I wouldn't mind a good rainstorm to wash all these bugs off the window again. But I really don't want to be in Vancouver tomorrow. A Friday before a long weekend, August long weekend. Yeah, for you guys this is August long weekend was 2 weeks ago, but for me it's this weekend. The actual holiday is called BC Day. BC Day. Do lots of provinces celebrate this day, or is this just a some province thing? It's definitely called different things in different provinces. I'm sure it's not called the BC Day in other provinces. That would just be weird.
I'm saying some of them are they call province names, some of them are they just like something else.
Is it called Louis Riel Day in Manitoba?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Be a good guess though. Looks like it's a short word on there. I can't read it yet, but if it's a short word, it's going to be open. A Yakabut Art Studio. Manitoba just called a civic holiday. Terry Fox Day in Ontario?
Turn left on
In Manitoba, it's Terry Fox Day in Manitoba. Oh, okay.
Regatta Day, Saskatchewan Day, East Day, Eagle Day, Simcoe Day, New Brunswick Day, Heritage Day, Joseph Brand Day, Benjamin Brown Day. Okay, it goes on and on.
Yeah, there's many, many different names for this holiday.
It's a city holiday. We call it August long weekend.
Turn left.
Just call it August long weekend.
I think that guy was on his phone when he went past an hour ago.
Yeah, the boat inspection guys get pretty darn bored. They sit there on their phones. I would have my laptop out.
Yeah, the tablet this time.
Yeah. These guys are always doing inspections. It is rare these guys are not inspecting a truck. Nice guys. They answer a lot of my questions. I've asked them lots of questions and I've learned a lot from them. through nice and slow.
In 200
The
meters,
bypass lane
turn
isn't
left
flashing
on Highway
green.
3.
It very often is flashing green here, so. Inspection area. Let's go to the inspection area. Okay, the sign said Creston this way too.
There's a little.
Turn left on Highway 3.
I can see how someone can get confused by these directions on how to get where we want to go. What the heck he's got loaded there? It's like circular. Looks like a giant wheel, like a solid wheel. This is the only thing I don't like about scales, how much time they kill. There's some big trees on that logging truck, really big trees. Fairly old growth. Looks like they did a pretty good job of pulling the bark off so that there's nothing hanging loose. A little bit hanging loose, but not bad. Compared to some of those lumber trucks, they got a lot of loose bark hanging. I think that'd be like a nightmare. No matter how much bark you peel off, DOT would find more bark to peel off.
Is that turn signal hard for you to see?
It is a hard signal light to see. Like, hesitate a little bit, see if he's moving. He's not moving, I'm going. But yeah, the white signal light up front is probably illegal. Yeah, train going over top. Good thing we got out of Eastport, crossed all those rails before a train stops. Totally going 60 and a 50 already. Okay, there we go, 50. Don't speed. See, it's so easy when you're running empty. That bridge looks pretty old, that concrete.
Continue on Highway 3.
There we go, there's the 70. All right, off to Creston and then Kootenay Pass. Do we take the bypass or go through Creston? RV in front of us is a bit slow. We have a long lineup behind us. I think we'll take the bypass, unless the RV pulls in there. It's not like an official bypass. It's just a road we know that is a little bit quicker than going through downtown. It's lunchtime too. So that means downtown with all the red lights, we're going to catch a lot of red lights. We're taking the unofficial bypass. I guess we're not to Creston yet. This would be Erickson. All the little communities, they all kind of blend together into a bigger town. RV's not that slow now, the speed limit's slower. I think there's a slow corner sign missing there. You don't want to do that corner at 80. Not in a big rig anyway. This side says 60 for that corner. I thought so. Somebody must have taken a sign out. We're loading here in Creston earlier. Drove by one of the farms. They were picking all their cherries. Dark, dark red cherries. I think that's a real pumpkin. They must have just planted it really early, probably inside. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over the yellow line just a little bit to make sure I give him room. That's right, I guess my trailers follow me pretty close. I probably didn't need to.
16th Avenue South.
No, Garmin, I'm not gonna do that. You pick cherries, Victorian Acres. Bing cherries. Another truck taking the long cut. Those apples are looking pretty big there already too. Some are getting a little bit of a red tinge to them. Erickson mini storage. So we're still in Erickson. I wonder where the city limits are, where it switches from Erickson to Creston. I guess this road is called Erickson Road, so they've netted up their whole tree.
meters. Turn right on 16th Avenue South.
No, Garmin, no. I'm not going to do that. Hopefully Saskatchewan here does, but...
Turn right on 16th Avenue South.
Nope. No luck there. Kootenays Glacier Beer. Columbia Brewery. Excuse me. You see that one coming?
In 800 meters, turn right on Highway 21.
Bless you. We're both allergic to Creston. No, we're not allergic to you guys. You guys can keep watching.
In 400 meters, turn right on Highway 21. Turn right on Highway 21.
He's turning, nice.
Continue.
Yeah, the restaurant's pretty busy.
To the end of the street, then turn left.
It was a closed business, so it's got purchased and now is a restaurant again, and it looks like it's doing well. So Creston didn't really get settled and developed because of the yearly floods that have through this valley. Late 1920s, they built the dike system and it all turned into farmland. Now, having said that, they have destroyed a lot of that dike system and reverted it back to swampland because of all the negative effects it had on the environment not having the swampland. So they've protected parts of the areas and converted a lot of that farmland back into swampland. When the settlers first settled here, their intentions were not to destroy the ecosystem. They just didn't know better. And the only way in and out of here for a long time was by paddle boat and kayaking, or canoeing, not kayaking, canoeing. So they had a canoe up here. They took a paddle boat from Bonner Ferry. To get their mail over here, they had to take canoe out to the paddle boat port or harbor thing further south, jump in the paddle boat, go to Bonner Ferry, pick up their mail, and then come back up. So yeah, there's still lots of farmland here, but they have reclaimed a lot of the farmland, made it swampland again by getting rid of the dikes in some areas.
At the end of the street, turn left.
And the swampland is beautiful. course, it's a different RV in front of us now.
Left at the stop sign.
That's okay. Kootenay Pass, either they'll be faster than me or I'll be faster than them. There's lots of passing lanes. Got a tractor on the road. So we saw something interesting here yesterday. A whole field of small bales. See all these big bales over here? These are big bales. Big square bales. But we saw something interesting. Just past the bridge on the left-hand side, a whole huge field, 2 fields of small bales. But the interesting part was not the small bales. There's nothing interesting about that. They've been around forever. Let's see if we can see if they've cleaned them up yet or not, or if they're still out on the field. You guys see all those small bales? You see a couple of small bales, right? What happened to all the rest of the small bales? A swather going over here on this side.
Turn right at the
What happened to all the small bales? They have a baler that bales small bales into big bales. These all here, these are all small bales. I can see from the side of them, they're all small bales baled into big bales. So all of these bales on the left-hand side, they're all small bales. So I guess for smaller farms, okay, that doesn't help me any if you hit the brakes and slow down. I still can't get past you. I'm a big truck. I can't just squeeze by. Gotta wait till there's no oncoming traffic. Takes me a while to get past you. You don't have to pull onto the shoulder for me. I can look over your roof. I know when there's nobody coming. I'll pass when I feel it's safe to pass, not when you feel I should pass.
Tell you if there's rust in your roof.
Yes, I can tell you if you have rust on your roof, Jeff says. But yeah, I guess all the smaller farmers prefer small bales. Just as Uncle does the same thing. He actually bales everything into big round bales when it's busy harvesting season, and then in the winter, as customers want small square bales, he literally grabs a round bale, rolls it out on his yard, and bales it into small bales. They're worth more money. Small bales are worth more money than a big round bale or a big square bale. So I've never seen that before. A machine that looked pretty brand new. A machine that would just pick up square bales and make them into, or pick up small square bales and then bale it into a big square bale. Makes it easy to transport, but also easy for a small farmer. I thought that was a pretty ingenious idea. I don't know why I've never seen that before. Up, up, up and away. Kootenays Summit. Just did my brake check. I don't think I'd see bears this time of day here. No, I disagree. This place you'd see, yeah, I guess there'd definitely be. This is grizzly country. My radio on here just in case someone warning me to coming down here fast. I can pretty much come down here at speed limit. I got a little under. Brake lights. Okay. Wow, we got brake lights. Oh yeah, he's going slower, so okay, we'll slow her down a bit. Let's grab a lower gear. Oh, it's close. He's over the yellow line a bit. That's his problem, not mine. Got lots of room on my side. He's going down pretty quick. Must not be loaded very heavy. So I did call our maintenance team and told me all the tires should be at 90 psi. I'm like, well, they're not. They're all at 80. So I'm going to stop by the office and we'll see if my gauge is wrong or if their gauge is wrong. unplug my GPS. Let it reset, and then we'll plug it back in, because it's not being a very helpful right now. It thinks we're on the other side of the mountain. Smelling a bit of brake. Don't think the big rig's dragging his brakes, but I think that pickup with the bales on it that we passed in Creston, he's riding his brake all the way down. It's not a very strong smell, but I definitely smell brake. If that guy with the bale does not have trailer brakes, that would make a difference. I was thinking of passing him as well, but I don't think it's safe for us to do so at this time. The Jeep could have easily gone, but yesterday, driving over Kootenay past here, we saw two horses followed by a van saying something about a cross Canada on horse or something like that. It's like, that I have not seen before. You often see? Yes, the horses had riders. I think that was obvious. Jeep, you can't go, there's cars coming. I've seen people ride bikes across the country quite often. Every now and then you see someone running. Sometimes there's a wheelchair across country, but I've never seen horses across the country before. Jeep, you might not want to do that. Yeah, he's probably close enough to the truck that he can't see. Jess says she's got. Oh, there are the horses right there. On the left-hand side. Got the horses grazing there. It looked like they had a little electric wire fence that they could set up. Have just a generator running and Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. They might only ride in the evenings. Wait for the hot part of the day to go over and then ride in the evening in the cooler. Ride late into the evening.
Please drive to highlighted route.
Yeah, the Garmin's still not behaving. Still thinks I'm off-roading. It's a beautiful blue sky. I don't know why it's not getting a signal. Continue on Highway 3. It's a good idea. Good idea, Garmin. Good idea. This guy does not know this mountain at all. I would be going at full speed here, fully loaded Super B. We've gone past all the steep sections. There's some tight corners coming up, but you can slow down plenty enough time for those, as long as you know where they are. So. Yeah, last fall someone crashed here and passed away because he just didn't take a corner. But I'd be going 100 here. We're doing about 60, 65. Oh, Jeep, don't hesitate, just go. There we go. Now I can think of passing. I don't know if I will. I'm going to need a lot of space. I need a lot of open space, and this guy's still going this speed to make the pass. 7 kilometers? Just says there's construction in 7 kilometers. What were they doing there again?
Working on the creek.
Oh yeah, working on the creek bed.
They have steep pipes there, but he's got Alberta plates on, so he doesn't know we're done with the mountain. it's doing better than Wyoming.
Yeah, he is doing better than Wyoming is doing. Wyoming blew up on the top. He dumped all his coolant. I was looking for the driver. I'm like, I have some coolant in the truck. I was going to offer it to him, but I couldn't find the driver, so he must have let his dispatch know that he's broken down and waiting. And if I was stuck up there and knew I had 3 hours to wait for a tow truck, I'd be going for a walk too. So some beautiful hiking trails up there, so why not walk around the lake or something. Turn his forward flashes on, but we're still doing 80. So yeah, we'll get down this mountain, head to Salmo, quickly get our tires looked at, and then quickly head to Kolesnikov and get loaded there before they close. It's going to be tight, very tight. If I wasn't stopping in Salmo, it wouldn't be bad, but the fact we're stopping, it's making it very tight. No, I don't want to make that detour back after loading. Got a brake light out. I'm not the slow truck. We'll see what the construction does here. Might not have to stop. Only reason I had to stop last time was because one of their maintenance vehicles pulling out onto the road. Bug splat. I should learn my lesson and not do that right away. All I do is smear it and make it worse. We're already doing 50. You don't have to go slower. Unless you see something I don't. We've got to stop. Oh, looks like they got single lane right now, yeah. Yesterday they had 2 lane, but stopped us when they were crossing the roadway. Got a big nod from him, appreciates the speed I'm going. When there's people on the road like this, I don't do 50. I'm going 21 right now. See, you get a thank you from her. Nice and slow. It's dangerous working on the road like that. Give him a little room. Give him a little room. Conservation officer? Yep. Conservation officer has got a lot more power than a RCMP does. Or a CVSE. To talk about sheriffs down here sometime?
Yeah, the sheriffs are really weird.
Sheriffs are different in British Columbia. They don't do any traffic stops. They don't do... All sheriffs' cars are in... Well, they're never cars. They're always big trucks or SUVs or vans. Sheriff, all they do is... they're kind of like bodyguards in court. In courthouses, they're like a bailiff, yep, and they also transport prisoners. Yeah, they transport prisoners. So they basically deal with prisoners. If it is, they transport them to court and they're basically bodyguards for prisoners.
They're not like a sheriff is in the US.
It's very different than a sheriff in the US. And different provinces too. Oh, that's a ghost. Ghost cop there, it looked like. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. Hopefully, all goes good today, and we do get loaded. I could see something go wrong and not happening. It would suck, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, see you guys. You guys rock.